But digressing, Eddie Hearn out there saying via IFL interview, of course, that he has now set Dillian Whyte a list of potential opponents to fight on the Ruiz Jr. and Joshua undercard. He insisted, quote, "There's a very good chance Whyte will return in a 10-rounder on the show." Now, I think he did also go on to add that the opponent's not going to be in the top 10 or 15. Not surprised. But, again, should I play the intro to the show again, Rob, just to remind everyone Eddie Hearn's statements on PD users? I think people forget.
You can do what you want. It's your show.
That was a good one, Rob. I'm gonna play it. I have to. I'm gonna be petty. Sorry, guys.
This motherfucker has fucking use exemptions for testosterone kind of shit. Like, get out of here. Be like, I've been doing my research on that. Who comes out of Olympics at 220 and go to 240 in a year? Like, get out of here, man. You sound like a dickhead. I know bodybuilders only put 20 pounds of muscle on a year. This is cheeseburgers, my nigga. Cheeseburgers right here. It took me 7 years to put this weight on. It don't matter what PBC take or whatever you gonna take, it ain't gonna work for me. It's something that's called heart.
What I'm saying is, he has failed the BARDA test. He's out, if that's the case. That's why it's there. We can't, as a sport, allow people to enter into a ring who have been taking performance-enhancing drugs. Intentional.
We cannot allow, as a sport, for someone to enter the ring on performance-enhancing drugs. Was something that he stated specifically, and we just played the quote there. I know Whyte hasn't been found guilty yet, or hasn't faced suspension or whatever, but it's sort of along the same lines here. If you have a guy that the due process hasn't happened, he's still under temporary suspension, in my opinion. Like, there's a reason why Whyte hasn't been lined up to fight anyone recently. I think it's largely due to that. And I mean, as a promoter, like, what am I going to say? Like, don't lie. You know, don't sell fighters, don't sell a situation. That's what you're supposed to do. But I'm not happy for Dillian Whyte returning. I'm not happy. I'm not excited for it until I get clarification from UCAD, to be honest. Like, I don't really want to hear Eddie out there promoting a guy for a fight when we still don't know anything from the UCAD story, or not story, but the proceedings or hearing. That was supposed to happen in October, I want to say. Right? Like, wasn't that the alleged month or time?
That was Eddie, I think
there's
every
others, though. There's
asked about it, and he kind of like, I think we're supposed to hear something end of October. So so please don't ask me between now and then. And then obviously he still gets asked, but I think it's a kind of don't keep asking me about it.
And look, sorry, Eddie, you're gonna keep getting asked about it because we don't have any information about it. UCAD has not been transparent at all, which is a damn shame. On top of it, you haven't really. Dillian Whyte hasn't been transparent, and therefore, I'm not going to be hyped for you promoting this guy. It's like, again, I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not stupid. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not that smart, but I'm not stupid. Okay? Like, don't play me, Eddie. Like, I'm not that sort of consumer. You know? And already this card has a nasty-ass undertone of sports washing, in my opinion. And you're going to add on top of it Dillian Whyte promoting him when his due process has not been completely fulfilled yet? Like, I don't understand the logic here from Eddie other than, hey, it's a business and it's capitalism, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't know. Look, there was a hearing. He was cleared to fight. I can't. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I thought we were going to hear something by now, but maybe I shouldn't have listened to people saying we were going to hear something in October, but you can only go by what you're told, right? But
And quickly, Rob, just because you had that breakdown, for those that are listening, I'm not the type of person that, like, I'm here to crucify Dillian Whyte. I'm really not. If they come out here and they explain the case and it makes sense, Rob, you know me. I'm the first person to be like, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, the process sucked. Yeah, let's talk about that more.
The whole confidentiality thing is the thing that is just driving everyone fucking crazy, right? Because it's just like Whyte can't talk on it for reason, you know, sort of by law or whatever, or, you know, worried about this and the other. Eddie can't talk on it. Eddie claims I don't really know what's happening. I'm not in part of it anymore. And that's the whole thing, is it's the complete silence. So even if Whyte gets kind of, yes, you're good to go, blah, 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 people will say, oh, well, he served like a backdated 6 month, or whatever happens now, he's going to be considered a guy that cheated. And, and it'll be still, Eddie Hearn promoting a guy. He's now working with Billy Joe Saunders, which is when he was talking about that VADA.
And the whole VADA separation.
He failed a VADA test. I mean, Whyte didn't. I mean, he passed VADA but failed on UCAD. That's by the by. It's
doesn't matter.
It's adverse or whatever it is, finding or whatever, or we'll wait and see. But yeah, look, he's given Povetkin a lot of fights, and there's I don't know.
You can, and which is, look, if you want to be out there promoting these guys, excuse me, I don't care, but don't be out there also saying we can't have guys walk into the ring on performance-enhancing drugs when that literally happened under your watch, and you have to all under wraps. And a quick question, Rob. Maybe you know this, maybe you don't. Maybe someone in the chat does, because I know for here in the States, right, commission events, right, so weigh-ins, commission hearings, those are government public events. So that means anyone that's a citizen of this country can just walk in and be there, for example. So like Johnny on the street, you can go down to on November 20th in Vegas and go to the commission hearing if you want. It's open to the public, okay? And that in of itself is a level of transparency I would love to see from UCAD, where they're like, hey, look, here's just a date for the hearing. You're citizens of the UK. You guys are allowed to come. Cool. Like I would love to see that at least. You don't need to tell us every bit of detail, all the memos back and forth. We don't need to hear all that. Let us know when the date is, when the hearing is. You don't even need a video stream. Just allow people to be there. Because that's what happens here. Which is funny, by the way, for the UFC, because they do private weigh-ins. And eventually, like once in a while, just some fans will show up to the private weigh-ins. The UFC gets really mad, but they can't kick them out because it's a commission event. They have to be allowed to be there.
Yeah, I don't know if that stands here. I'm not sure. I've never really, just wait for the boxing scene to report it. No, I honestly don't know. I've never really looked into it. Maybe someone in the chat knows better. Very quickly, Daniel Jacobs, 30 minutes ago. Tickets for December 20th are on sale now, and it's still for Chavez.
The bait and switch, man. Moving on.